Three. We're live here from the event, and again, I'm joined by Randy Hayes.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, I hope you are enjoying the event so far. We wanted to kind of come back and talk about maybe some of the stuff that we learned from day one, a bit of a day one recap, and then really kind of focus on, okay, you know, do you know much about Eggplant? How can we, you find out more, and maybe even how to get started. So, Randy, first of all, again, intro you for those people who are watching the live stream. Tell them a little bit about your career in Keysight Eggplant.
Yeah, so I started off as a technical consultant, and then worked my way up to product. What am I? I'm a product solutions architect these days. So I'm in product, trying to steer the product in better directions to help with our customers. I want to make sure that our customers are getting the best product possible. So that's one of the reasons why I joined product. Is like I really want to do as much as possible for our current customers and our future customers, right? We want to make sure that we grab a lot of the market too, and I want to make sure that we have a good path forward. That's like a lot of AI testing, like that's the biggest thing. We want ease of use. All those are obviously big topics, and I really want to make sure that we get all of that in our product.
Absolutely, and it's really useful actually, because Randy, you've had that experience of actually working with customers, listening to what they kind of need. I know you've got those kind of technical skills. I know we are having a look at and investigating some of the kind of really exciting things about kind of the integrated development testing environment. So how do you start shifting left to be able to actually do things as code? So, I guess one of the big features of Eggplant is SenseTalk, right? So even since the start back in 2008, SenseTalk has made it so that, anyone with any level of kind of programming skills can pretty much use this in a natural language.
Yeah, one of the great things is, right, SenseTalk is a language that is very extremely English-like, and a lot of people like it. So, like, I try to be a programmer myself, and most people, when they get to a certain level, they're like, this is beyond my knowledge, right? And there's a lot of people who understand scripts, but may not understand the necessary ins and outs of programming language. Inheritance is subclass, polymorphism. It's a little bit beyond my skill set. Not for a developer, but for someone who's in that, it is. But I still know how to use if-else loops and all that stuff. And SenseTalk is that great layer just right above the, kind of code stack. And it just helps kind of get you into that language and understanding and create those programming techniques. And what's interesting is now the introduction of like CodePilot and natural programming language. It's that perfect in between the like high level natural programming languages, SenseTalk, and then kind of Python. So it's that perfect in between middle ground of like it just has enough in-depth understanding to get exactly what you need, but it's still very high level for almost any user understanding. That's what's so great about that language. That's why I love that language. And I came from the old school PHP background, and it's a good transition. And I know like people love Python, and also sits like right between that. So it's a good entry standpoint. Python's too much. You kind of go to SenseTalk and then kind of go to Python from there. And then you can go to those complicated languages like Golang or Rust or C# or whatever.
Or even Azure Quantum if you want to do quantum computing.
Yeah, or the quantum stuff, which is on a whole. The quantum stuff is nuts. I remember reading some articles about like them creating the quantum assembly language stuff and like how that works, and that's way beyond my skill set, but it's cool to learn about.
Absolutely. So I definitely obviously I'm wearing the HoloLens today, but part of it is Web 3.0 kind of technologies, such as I think you talked a little bit about generative AI yesterday.
Yeah.
And things like ChatGPT, which are obviously a lot of people are familiarizing themselves with. But also things like, okay, well, what does the metaverse mean? What does augmented reality? What's the kind of use cases? Which is kind of where we've been pretty much yesterday. We had a lot of customers coming in saying, especially academia as well, where they're trying to understand, well, what does this actually mean for education and research? But also, I think there's this kind of, well, the current telco market, of course, with the 6G on the horizon, we've got the 6G setup booth here at Mobile World Congress, which is just on the other side. Yeah, obviously we're in Hall 5 today. So come out and check out that stuff. Myself, Randy, Akhilesh will be able to help you with any kind of queries that you've got. Perfect. Okay, we got some customers from Korea, and we're now going to go unlive for a second.